Give me a minute. Don't worry. And we are live, it looks like. Hello, everybody. I'm Sean Miller. You guys can introduce yourselves. Don't worry. Don't you all jump at once.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. So shut up. with us, we have Parker Fletcher, a friend from college. Mr. Jizzy and the Nut Funk crew. In other words, his name is Kenneth. We have Hammy, whose name is Daniel Wells, and Brendan. I thought that was Jonathan saying, "Hi, I'm Brendan." I could have sworn. I'm sorry, that's actually Brendan, the Urban Striker. So, hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about Trump's presidency and what he's accomplished, and we're also going to talk about gun control.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, let's get into it. So we're gonna start off with quarter one. We're gonna try to go day by day, but mainly.
Should we give like a letter grade for the first year?
Yeah, let's start out with a letter grade.
Okay, so I have disliked our stream and reported it for promoting terrorism.
I think we should give
Are you serious?
a letter grade for each quarter, and at the end of the year, we'll give an overall grade.
You know how you really no stop. We're gonna address this issue. Are you serious, Hammy? No, it's not funny because YouTube takes that shit seriously.
What did he do?
He fucking reported our stream for terrorism.
Oh my god. Yeah, did you know they're out to censor us, right?
Demonetized.
Well,
I mean, PragerU is suing them right now.
Well, everybody, thanks for watching CCRD. I guess that ends tonight's episode.
Yep, and that also
We're going to jail.
that also ends Hammy's time here at the Combatants.
Let's kick him. Let him back in for good behavior. He doesn't have the permissions to come back in.
Oh, I kicked him. I kicked him from the server.
It's not like anybody misses him anyway, because whenever he's never in here, and whenever he is, he just fucks with us.
Yeah, and it like, come on, like at least take it seriously. I fucking hate that he doesn't take it seriously. Anyways, sorry about that.
Hello, Epic Department. I'd like to file a claim.
So, for the first year, January 20th, 2017 through January 20th, 2018, for the first year, I'd give him a B-.
I'd give him probably a B+ to an A because, you know, in my lifetime, there haven't been really good presidents, and he's, you know, the best one so far. So.
Well, your lifetime is not that long, so.
I know, but so far it's been pretty damn good. I've gotten lucky with this one.
I mean, literally, how many presidents have you been through? Three at the max?
Yeah.
Four.
Okay, 4. But yeah, that 1 year that I was totally unconscious.
I was born in 98, so technically we were alive when, who was it, Clinton?
Yeah, Clinton.
Yes, Clinton.
But really, like, we only know Bush and Obama.
But
and Vermin Supreme. We can't forget Vermin Supreme.
He's never been president.
Shut up, he's president of my heart.
You have to be sitting in the White House.
Yeah, I'm sure other people have sat in the White House.
Okay, so I have a B. So I have B-. Sean has B+. Who's next?
I'd say it's a B+. Got a B-, got a B+. Really,
my friend, I'm back.
Really, the only thing I would say that's holding him back, that has me like, you know, that makes me give him a B+, is his Twitter usage.
I mean, that's the least of my concerns, really. And I'm the one with the B-.
Are you trying to say that Donald Trump doesn't use Twitter enough?
No, I agree. He does use it too much. I think he should, like, shut up sometimes when it comes to certain things.
I'm bringing in another friend here. Who's from Ball State. Hello, Nick.
Baltimore?
Hello.
I
don't know how that works.
It's okay. I'm God.
What's up?
Hello. We're giving letter grades.
You part of the thick boy barrage?
Hell
So, So if you were able to give President Trump a letter grade for this year, what would you give
For
him?
the first year.
Yeah, the first year.
Hmm.
Right
Probably-
now we have a B- and two
That's
B+.
what- yeah. A B- probably.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
I don't know. It just seems like there was a bunch of opportunities that he could have taken to better his public opinion, but
Yeah,
he
I
just
agree.
never made himself do the push. Like
Yeah,
to
I agree. I agree. I think there were a lot of missed opportunities.
hmm
Donald Trump could find the cure to cancer, and people would still be like, "He's orange."
Yeah.
He could find like he could say
Destroy Trump.
like here's what could happen. He could say he could save a dog from a burning building, and they say he left a cockroach to die.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. So are we gonna get into week 1 of January?
After we all give our perceived grades, whenever we start going through each quarter, at the end of each quarter, I think we should decide on a letter grade and then do an average of all the letter grades for the total year.
Here, everybody type in your letter grades so we know who's who.
Where?
In
Which one?
CCDRD, the text channel, where everyone's typing. The only reason I gave him a B+ and nothing higher is because of the reasons you guys stated. Because,
Are you
like,
putting a grade for
I wouldn't really dock him for that entirely, but he did miss opportunities. But if he did fulfill those opportunities, I would have given him an A+.
Mhm.
So
But at the
that's why
same
I docked
time,
him.
Though, he may have missed some opportunities, but I don't, at least to my knowledge, and especially in my lifetime, there's no president that has gotten stuff done quicker than
Yeah.
Trump had.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean, like another problem that I have is some of the people he's appointed. What the God. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed with some appointees. Yeah, so somebody just left. Okay, but there are also some great appointees like Neil Gorsuch on the Supreme Court. I think is a home run. I like some of the members of his cabinet. I hate some of the other members of his cabinet. So his cabinet's like a really mixed grade in my opinion.
Mhm.
In terms of policy, I really like the policy. The tax cut is really nice, and it drove people insane. Everybody thought we were all going to die, and it was just so funny to just see all these companies give $1,000 bonuses and investments, and just completely prove everybody wrong.
The only thing that I've noticed that has been bad are some of the appointments, and the only bad appointment I can remember is the secretary. Was it the Secretary of Education, or what?
Betsy
It was.
DeVos.
Yeah, Betsy DeVos.
I like Betsy DeVos as Education Secretary, actually.
Fuck, I can't even remember what she said.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I remember it being controversial. Yeah.
Yeah, it was during her confirmation hearing. She said something about like bears on campus or something.
No, I don't think it's that. I'm talking about the general stuff that she supports. I know. There's one thing that I remember that she did that was actually really good, and she proposed striking down all of the Common Core legislation. I know that was good.
Yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I would just abolish the Department of Education.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, like, I don't see a role for the federal government to play in education, and that should be like a state and local issue, in my opinion.
So you're not saying that it shouldn't be a government thing. You're just saying it shouldn't be a federal government thing.
It shouldn't be a federal government thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, like a lot of these cabinet positions, like Department of Commerce and stuff like that, like a lot of the states have their own cabinet positions with stuff like that. So each state should have their own Department of Education. It shouldn't be a federal one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like test scores have flatlined ever since that department was created. Like test scores have not improved ever since it was created. We've poured billions of dollars into it ever since. So it's a complete waste of money. In my opinion, and it would be better off in the state and local governments.
Why did we mute Jonathan?
He muted himself
We didn't.
because
He
of
muted
his
himself.
because of his sisters. You know how they are.
Just
Sean, did you check your
murdered all of
DMs?
them.
I'm getting DM'd by like 3 different people, so yes.
Are
and
you
no.
hitting up his DMs?
No, I was just
Slide
letting.
that
I
over?
wanted to do this as discreetly as possible, but now since we've already mentioned
That's weird
DMs,
because
was
I
telling
I
him-
changed it. I changed it
Yeah.
before we even started.
Yeah, well, it's still coming up that we're playing PUBG right now, so.
It might be because I didn't save it, but I
It says
Yeah.
it says both of you are either. It says, Brendan, you're browsing the web, and Sean, you're script writing.
No,
Well,
that's not what we're
that's-
talking about. We're talking about the name of the stream.
Oh. Oh, is it on YouTube or Twitch? Or
YouTube.
Both.
YouTube. No, I didn't do the Twitch one this time. It should have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should have
All the time.
done that. I don't know why. Let me refresh it, I guess.
I wonder why YouTube. Whenever you look at Donald Trump's thing here on the side,
What thing on the side?
unless I'm an idiot, it says it says President of the United States, but then it still says incumbent.
Because
Like if
because
you're
he
not
is
signed into YouTube or what?
because he is incumbent.
No, I am there. For
That-
some
that
reason, it didn't
means-
save the change. It changed.
That means you're the current office
Yeah,
holder.
that means he's the current office
Oh,
holder.
okay. I thought incumbent occurred, but like, was that space of time between you being elected as president and
No,
the current president has to get their shit and leave?
No, that's the president elect.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like Joe Donnelly is the incumbent senator from Indiana.
Donnelly.
God, hope Joe Donnelly gets unseated this year.
Anyways,
If any of y'all are planning on voting, vote for Todd Rokita for U.S. Senate.
yes, vote him.
I met him earlier this year when I went to D.C. for the March for Life.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Wait, type it in the chat because I couldn't understand what the name was. Oh, that's not what it sounded like.
Yeah, I didn't hear a T in there at all.
I heard Todd Rokita. I heard Todd
Vote
Rokita.
for
You
the
already knew what the
ginger
name
from
was.
Breaking Bad.
Vote for Aaron Hansen.
Vote for Ed.
Koji Kondo.
No, but so
Do you wanna start us off really quick?
yeah. So if you open up your secret government document, I'm just kidding. It's a link to Wikipedia.
Jesus Christ, Brendan. I already pasted it in here.
You're seriously going to use Wikipedia timeline?
Because Wikipedia is the only one I found that breaks it up day by day.
Wow.
Close enough, I guess.
Wikipedia.
Okay, so what was everybody's favorite part of his presidency?
Probably his election. That was pretty great.
God, that was a day to remember, but that'll always
Yeah,
that'll live on.
Yeah, his election is the only thing I can remember.
That was a
And
great night.
I remember it because I was sick that night, and I'm pretty sure everyone at school assumed that
He would lose.
everyone at school assumed that I didn't go to school the day after the election because
You were like, so distraught.
because I stayed up all night like being like, yeah, win. But no, I was sick to my stomach and I felt like shit. And the only solace I had in that day was that Hillary lost.
I mean, like, I was not expecting him to win, but like I was watching like 5 different live streams, trying to capture all the moments of all the states, and when I saw that Florida went for Trump, like I was looking at the New York Times meter because they have like a little speedometer thing, tells you like who's most likely to win, and it was like 90% Clinton. But then when Florida got called for Trump, then it like flipped like 180 degrees to 90% Trump. It was amazing.
So I have a really good. Speaking of that like kind of topic, I have a really good video for us to watch. It's like my favorite video regarding the election.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's watch it really quick.
Donald Trump just last
Sean,
week,
you have to
confirmed
pull
the
it
National
up.
Review that
I
he
am.
is again considering a run in 2016.
Oh, yeah, I've
Oh,
seen
I've
this.
seen-
I
I've
love
seen
this.
this.
Yeah.
I love it.
It just gets better and better. They're like, it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen, and it's happening, and people are crying, and then it's so great. That's a good favorite moment, Space Kid. Hell yeah.
There's another one. Hang on. Let's see.
But anyways, Brendan, let's hurry up and speed this along day by day.
One of
All
my,
right, all right. Here, I can read off all the stuff. My computer restarted randomly for some reason. So, but anyways.
Here's my.
Oh,
Here's,
I have a moment to remember. Let's not forget the 40-something Tomahawk cruise missiles that were launched.
I have a mixed opinion on that one.
I
mean,
don't remember that.
That was definitely one of the biggest moments in his presidency.
It was juicy.
Not sure if it was a good idea. I don't know, maybe. I have mixed opinions. But I'll tell you what my favorite part of the first quarter of his presidency was. It was back when he was still president-elect, and it was like 5 days before he got inaugurated, and he was holding that press conference, and Jim Acosta, CNN's White House correspondent, kept like yelling at him, and he was like demanding Trump answer one of his questions. And then Trump was like, "I'm not going to answer one of your questions," and he points to him and says, "You are fake news."
You are fake news.
And then,
Right.
everybody starts cheering after that. It was amazing.
Woo! All right, so just go ahead and start this off here. Friday, January 20th. Here are the events. 45th President Donald Trump and 48th Vice President Mike Pence take the oath of office. President Trump proclaims a National Day of Patriotic Devotion. According to denied reports in December 2017, while seated at Trump's inauguration speech, forthcoming National Security Advisor Michael Flynn texts a former business partner that Russian sanctions blocking a private Russian-backed plan to build nuclear plants in the Middle East will now be quote-unquote ripped up. President Trump issues Executive Order 1376-5 to scale back parts of the Affordable Care Act.
That was good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
The Trump administration suspends an Obama administration cut to Federal Housing Authority mortgage insurance premiums, also good. President Trump signs a bill waiving a rule that requires military personnel to wait 7 years after retiring before serving in a civilian post to allow retired Marine General James Mattis to become Secretary of Defense.
Hey, where are you right now?
Yeah, you got to go by dates.
This is still Friday.
Oh, he's on
Oh,
Friday.
you did this on the same day. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
James
I'm all the way
Mattis
up
is-
at Monday,
This is the first.
January 27th.
This is the day he took the oath. Yeah.
Oh, you're okay. There you go.
Yeah, James Mattis has been doing a really good job as a defense secretary.
Okay,
James Madison.
just a quick note. We aren't gonna go through all of this, are we? There's too much. He did too
Yeah,
much.
I mean,
Let's just
like, we need to
set the
hit the
record straight.
highlights.
He did a fuck ton.
It has been an entire year.
Yeah, but that's not saying much for other presidents.
I mean, we can't go through every single day.
Yeah.
We can go through every single minute.
Every single nanosecond.
Every nanosecond.
852nd minute of January 23rd, 2017. Donald Trump took a shit. And
This only
John-
goes up to
again.
March of 2017.
I mean, the first quarter was definitely
Gotcha.
probably the most productive.
Gotcha.
How about we just cover a big event for each month?
That'll work.
Okay, so January he gets inaugurated. February, isn't February when Michael Flynn got fired?
I don't even remember who Michael Flynn is.
Michael Flynn was his national security
Monday,
advisor.
February 13th, Michael Flynn resigns as National Security Advisor.
Yeah, because he lied to Mike Pence about something, and and he got indicted a couple months ago for lying to the FBI.
Sad.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good thing that he resigned because I wouldn't want somebody like that working in the administration. Because I mean, here's another problem I have with the Trump administration. It has had so much turnover there in the first year. There's never been this. I mean, the Trump administration is literally a revolving door. There should not be this much turnover within 1 year.
I'm back again because my internet's a little bitch.
Are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone now, yes.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Very quiet. I turned you up.
Alright. What's the last thing you all heard?
I don't remember.
I said something. We've been focused on P-Fletch.
I was just basically saying that like another problem I have with this administration is there's been so much turnover within the first year. I mean, his administration is totally a revolving door.
Yeah, I heard that part.
Yeah, so I mean, like it just goes to show you how much chaos there is going on in the White House. There shouldn't be this much chaos. I mean, Reince Priebus even said, like take everything you heard and multiply by 50. Like that's how bad it is.
He's back, everybody.
Jeez, how many people are we gonna have?
Server mute him.
No, I invited him. Anyways,
I guess we'll just move on to the 21st.
Oh my gosh.
It'd probably be easier if everybody just opened it up.
That's what I have.
All right, 4 million people around the world attend the Women's March protesting the new administration, which was bullshit. It wasn't a women's march. It was not a women's march. It was the largest single-day protest in U.S. history. President Trump and Vice President Pence speak at the CIA headquarters. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer criticizes the media for inaccurately representing the presidential inauguration attendance. Spicer does not take questions from the press and is criticized for making inaccurate statements. Trump appoints Michael Flynn as National Security Advisor. 2 U.S. drone strikes in Yemen's Al-Baida Governorate.
Al-Baida Governorate?
Yeah, Al-Baida Governorate are the first reported drone actions under the Trump administration. He has that shirt.
Alabama?
This is a good shirt.
I like this shirt.
Anyways,
nice shirt.
January 22nd, who's got it?
I don't know, but January 23rd was a pretty big day.
I have it. I have the shirt.
If you look at January 23rd, you have President Trump signs 3 memoranda. The first withdraws the U.S. from the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Yeah, that was good.
Which was
I
very
remember
good.
that. That was good.
Another reinstates the Mexico City policy, which bars international NGOs from receiving foreign aid that offer or promote abortions as part of their family planning services. I didn't know about that.
Okay, I mean, like, this is ridiculous. Like, who in their right mind is against funding foreign abortions? I mean, like, that's just ridiculous. Like, even if you're a Democrat, you have to admit, you should not be funding abortions overseas with taxpayer money.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I didn't even know about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm in the Ball State Students for Life organization, so we talk about that.
A federal court lawsuit is filed accusing President Trump of violating the Constitution's Foreign Emoluments Clause.
Is that for when he did the travel ban?
Designed to shield Republican
The title of nobility clause is a provision in Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8 of the U.S. Constitution that prohibits the federal government from granting titles of nobility and restricts members of the government from receiving gifts, emoluments, offices, or titles from foreign states without the consent of the U.S. Congress.
So does this have something to do with the election hacking accusations?
I mean, by that logic, Hillary Clinton should be going to jail for like 3 lifetimes, considering how much money she takes from foreign dictatorships in the Middle East.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean the Saudis love her.
Yeah, I mean, they love it when she loves it when foreign dictatorships who throw gay people off of buildings for a living give her money. And they
January
treat women
24th.
like cattle.
January 24th, President Trump signs 4 memoranda. 2 of them reverse the Obama administration's halt on the Keystone XL and Dakota Access oil pipelines. Woo!
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think the funniest part of the oil pipeline controversy is the fact that the oil pipeline that all the people were protesting didn't even go through any Native American land. They just didn't like it because it was near them.
And did you hear that, like, there were a bunch of huge protesters, but they like completely trashed the place and they completely littered it and forgot to pick up after themselves. I mean, so much for caring about the environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my favorite thing from that whole thing is like there's a picture. I'm trying to find it here. There's a picture of all the protesters at the Dakota Access Pipeline, and
like most of them were white.
And no, this and
part of it.
It's this picture right here. It's this right here, and they're freaking out. People were freaking out, claiming that they were launching missiles at these people, at these
fucking anti-air.
at the Standing Rock tribe, and it's an anti-air. It's an Azrad Hellas.
They just didn't want the Canadians crossing over.
And you can see right through it. It's not even loaded.
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
I mean,
but then they're probably, if you tell them it's not even loaded, they'll probably be like, "That's because they shot all the missiles.
They shot it at the savages. I mean, Indians."
At the Native Americans who were obviously flying with their
jetpacks,
Native American
their eagles.
Their
Anyways,
animal.
so we all love on January 25th President Trump's executive order 1376-7. Like, ooh.
Oh, that's the travel ban, right?
Ooh, no, the wall.
Oh, the wall.
The wall.
But the one after that, though.
Approvals for future infrastructure.
Yeah, the one after
projects.
that. Yeah, the one after that is even
1376-8, cutting federal funding for sanctuary cities.
Oh yeah.
Hasn't happened yet, so.
I know, it sucks.
I mean, this is so fucking stupid. I mean, who in their right minds thinks we should be funding cities who openly break the law? It's ridiculous.
It's horrible, yeah.
I agree.
And like, I don't even need to try out Kate Steinle. I'm sure we already know who she is.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. I just fuck these people who advocate last week, or not last week, a couple days ago, there was a vote in the Senate on DACA, and Pat Toomey, the Republican senator from Pennsylvania, introduced an amendment that would cancel funding to sanctuary cities, and it was shot down 54-47, and you need 60. It only got 54, which means like literally almost every single Democrat voted against it, which is just asinine.
I know, and then people want to blame the Republicans because the fact that Trump is president.
They hurt our
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you look at the rhetoric these Democrats had, like, less than 5 years ago, it literally sounds like it came exactly from Trump's mouth.
Yeah, the thing that gets me is there's a comic that pretty much sums up. I'm not going to bother looking it up because I might not be able to find it. But there's a comic that pretty much sums up left-wing logic, and it says 2000 to 2008, and it's all these left-wingers that are chanting, we want better privacy, no more drone strikes, right to choose, and then it says 2009 to 2016, and it's just them with like these hard eyes, and they're like, "There's a black man in the White House," and then it goes back and it says 2017 to present, and it's them chanting the same stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
because like it's crazy because statistically, Barack Obama did more drone strikes and bombed more ordered more countries to be bombed as a whole than Bush did.
Yeah, I mean, Bush was a huge war hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I literally don't understand what Obama did to get his Nobel Peace Prize because he got that like literally less than a year into his administration.
Dude, he was black.
Oh yeah,
He
true.
deserves it.
It was his affirmative action Nobel Peace Prize.
He, he issued an executive order that said, give President Barack Obama the Nobel Peace Prize.
Who gives out the Nobel Peace Prize? Like who determines who gets?
I don't know.
Have you guys seen his fucking portrait?
Oh my God, he has six fingers. And it reminds me of like that scene from The Simpsons when Homer Simpson like slowly like crawls back into the bushes.
The Norwegian, well, that says it all right there. The Norwegian Nobel Committee is responsible for the selection of eligible candidates and the choice of the Nobel Peace Prize laureates.
Well, why does Norway get to decide? What do they do?
Norway's always the decider of Nobel Peace winners. They invented it.
Well, why? What did they do?
They invented it. It's named after some Swedish-born inventor.
Yep.
Which I don't know why it would be Norwegian then, but
Yeah.
some Swedish-born jackass named Alfred Nobel.
Some Swedish jackass.
Because Sweden's in Norway, obviously. Sweden is the
You
capital
mean-
of Norway.
Rest in peace, Sweden. Raise the new flag for Swedistan.
You mean the ISIS flag?
Allahu Akbar! Now you may report it for terrorism.
Okay, yeah. Anyways,
They slap it.
Look at the 27th.
the 27th. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
President Trump signs Executive Order 1376-9 suspending the refugee admissions program for 120 days.
Okay, and like here's the thing that really irritates me about this. Like people have been fighting that executive order in the courts like multiple times, and every single time they do, it always comes back around to bite them, and it gets reinstated. Where if they had just left it alone, it would have been 121 days, and that would have been the end of it. But every single time they keep challenging it, they keep reinstating it for another 120 days. So, like they keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh yeah, that's I fucking hate the new picture that they made.
Yeah, like who drew this thing? And oh my God, have you guys seen Michelle's?
The dude that bends over for Obama. He's
Have you guys seen Michelle Obama's?
It doesn't even look like her.
Yeah, it looks nothing like her. Like, I wonder like why he decided to throw that extra finger in there.
Yeah, that is kind of freaky. I mean, I can see
He's
how
the
it
six-fingered man from
from
Princess Bride.
Haiti.
Does he even have a thumb in there?
It's behind his pointer finger.
Rumor has it that Barack Obama has 3 nipples like that bad guy from James Bond.
Rumor has it that Michelle Obama is transgender.
Oh no, that's totally true. She's got a dick.
You guys remember like that one time he accidentally called her Michael?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey Michael, oops, sorry I dead named you.
Man, oh man.
Oh my bad. He was born in Kenya, not Haiti.
He was never born in Haiti, you idiot.
I meant
You're thinking
Kenya.
of Hawaii.
Hawaii, you idiot.
I mean, they're both
He
island
says it.
shitholes.
He says I
Oh my
was
God, that
born
word
in
has a whole
Kenya.
new
Let me
meaning
find
now.
the video.
I bless the rains down in shithole.
Oh my god.
That word has had a whole new meaning to it.
No, no. While we're on the topic of that, you know, I love what it was the Nigerian leader, right?
Why can't
Yeah.
he talk?
I don't know. We're just so excited to be talking about Trump.
Our Lord and Savior,
God Emperor.
God Emperor Trump.
What the Nigerian I'm pretty sure it was Nigerian. But what he said about Trump and how Trump is exactly right and Africans need to. No, it was Ugandan.
Yeah. It was one of the African countries. Like most African countries, of course, criticized him for it, like they normally, like of course they would. But yeah, there was one African country that like said,
Yeah, it was
Yeah, they
was
criticize
Uganda's.
him.
It
They
was
probably,
Uganda's Yoweri Musave.
They probably criticized him for not wanting open borders because they fucking hate their rowdy people and they want them gone.
But he said, America has got one of the best presidents ever in Mr. Trump. Where's it at? The fucking webpage formatted. One of the best presidents ever in Mr. Trump. I love Trump. I love Trump because he talks to Africans frankly. I don't know if he's misquoted or whatever, but when he speaks, I like him because he speaks frankly.
Sounds like something a cuck would say. I bet he likes being cucked by Donald Trump.
You think he has gold?
Oh, I hope they make one for Trump. That'd be
Pretty
cool.
They need
There's
to.
already one. It's right there in the.
No, that was the Ronald Reagan one. Somebody photoshopped Donald Trump's face on it. The guy's DeviantArt, I forget what it is, but the guy has a DeviantArt where he makes one for like every single president. He's got a Bill Clinton one where it's like Bill Clinton standing on a pile of bodies. And he's got like
Monica
Lewinsky on one
Yeah.
side, and he's got like another chick on the other. I gotta find that now.
Bill Clinton
Here, I
did
got-
nothing
I'll-
wrong.
Sharpwriter. The artist's name is Sharpwriter.
Bill Clinton did nothing wrong.
You're funny.
He's a good boy.
He already did one for Trump.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's you've seen it. Trust me, you've seen it. You'll know it whenever I put it in here. This is his one for Trump.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
You're fired.
But yeah, see, he's done one. He's done one for a bunch of presidents. Like here's the
Fucking why does the bald eagle have an AA-12 around its neck?
I don't know. There's the
Is that George Washington?
yeah. This is the Ronald Reagan one.
Is that
The
a beer
AA-12
bottle? Is that like a wine
The
bottle?
A12 is beautiful. Hold on. The Velociraptor. Wait. That's not supposed to be Trump though.
Yeah, scroll down.
But that's not Ronald Reagan.
Well, I just posted.
That doesn't look like Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
It's
okay.
Reagan.
It's the expression.
Why is there an alligator there?
He looks like Reagan if you zoom into the picture more.
I love how the button is just under his nutsack.
Is that
Yeah, it's undone.
I think he
Is
did
that
two. I think he did two for.
Monica Lewinsky?
why?
Yeah.
Is, why
I
has a
think he did two
saxophone
for
on his
Reagan
back?
because
why
because
does-
here's another
okay,
Reagan one.
Time out. Why does God damn it? Why does Clinton have the Ghostbusters trap and Ultron's head?
Does any wait hold on. Does anybody notice that Ronald McDonald is behind Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
And why is there an alligator strapped to-
He did two Donald Trump ones. What? I haven't seen this one.
Show me, come on.
This is glorious.
Come on, paste it.
Show us! Don't keep us in suspense.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh.
that thing about 2 times.
Oh my! Here's the Bush one.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Here's the Bush one.
Oh man.
Shitty internet's taking forever to fucking.
Umpire's back at Newspeak.
Well, don't keep us in...
Amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Makes
And
sense
just
'cause
because
of
I know
the
you all want it, here's the Barack Obama one.
Sharknado.
I can only imagine what this is gonna be. Oh.
Why
They
does he look like
wasted.
Hitler?
Why did they waste a lightsaber on him?
Wait,
Is it red?
hold on. Am I the
Wait,
only one
time.
who notices that he looks like Hitler?
Why does it go from red to blue?
Probably. I don't know, but look at the. It looks like an end of a cane too. But like, why do they have an
Well, that's an
arrow
eagle's
rack
head.
on his back? That's not where you put an arrow rack. That's not even a quiver.
It's an eagle's head. I think.
Oh, I mean, it kind of looks like one, yeah. Damn.
Oh yeah, that's an eagle head.
Ooh, that is.
I know he's not a
some-
president. I know he's not a president, but this is his Ben Franklin one.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
He's got so many badass wallpapers. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is FDR.
Fadur.
Oh yeah, it's the mech suit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Battle for America.
Oh, and I'm just spamming the chat with these, but they're so good. They need to be seen.
I'm sure everyone has seen them. Though.
If
Franklin
Trump
Leland
actually hung
Roosevelt.
like one of his portraits like, of him with the Velociraptor up in the White House, then that'd be amazing.
Yeah, we should just tweet them to him.
Yeah, he should just tweet them out on a regular basis. Is that supposed to be Bigfoot?
Yes,
Bigfoot, no.
that's Teddy Roosevelt fighting
Look, there's
Bigfoot.
another one. There's another
You
one.
know what they say about guys with big feet?
50 cal.
But I thought Teddy Roosevelt was an environment.
Oh my god, he's just punching it.
It's just like holding the it's like read the Constitution, bitch.
Hang on, wait, why is he punching an ape?
Read the Constitution.
They're not
bitch.
supposed to make any sense. They're just supposed to be.
Wait. He's shooting Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's an assault
Yeah.
rifle from Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I miss Halo.
imagine how they would read.
Oh, I get it. I get it now.
The president
Stop.
reloaded.
This is all the failed concept art for Black Ops Zombies.
Imagine how people would react if you showed them these pictures to them, like when they actually existed. Like, what if George Washington actually saw a photo
Oh,
of
I've
him
seen that one. That's a
holding
good
the
one.
dangerous machine gun
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Kennedy's like,
Who
oh,
drew
we
it?
actually. Kennedy's like, we actually got to the moon.
with a robotic unicorn?
Christ, if there was
Yeah,
a
that was
tiger.
just a joke.
like,
That one. This next one's the Harrison brothers, and then
Well, now we have to make a robotic unicorn.
is he
here's
holding-
here's another Washington one. He has like 4.
Wait. Is this
Washington
supposed to be the
ones.
life of Pi? But
Okay, we. Oh, Hammy, that was bad.
There's one of George Washington like slam dunking a basketball with like Kim Jong Un like trying to like block him or something but failing.
I don't know if if that one's by him or not, but I know the image you're talking about.
Yeah, I saw it on iFunny.
Okay, we
Wait.
got way off track. Anyways,
Yeah,
Trump did
but
good.
it was worth it.
Trump did good, guys.
Okay, so hold on, back to the wall. Does anybody honestly think it's gonna get built?
There's prototypes. I mean, that's progress, but that's old progress. We've had
Yeah,
prototypes.
I mean, like the only thing we need now is funding. You think we're gonna get it?
Yeah.
I think
hold on,
if
need
people
to-
I
donate.
hope so.
Did anybody honestly think that Mexico was gonna pay for it? Let's be
No.
real.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. He was just saying that to get elected, but
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
think
mean,
they
like-
will come to an agreement.
No.
I don't know what the agreement will involve, but they have to come to an agreement for
I
something.
mean, the reason, the
Something
only
that's
reason.
significant.
Let me pull this by you guys really quick. The only reason they really don't want the wall is because they have people coming in from the lower countries below them and going straight through Mexico into America.
It's
They
those
don't want
damn
them.
Nicaraguans.
They don't want them in their country. That's literally one of the.
Well,
I
of course they
think-
don't. Neither do we.
Yeah.
I think there would also be the fact that the cartel basically runs Mexico, and the cartel has a lot of business in Southern America.
Brazil's
and
fucking corrupt as hell too.
Yeah. Yeah.
They kind of don't want to not be able to conduct that business, and I think it'd be really funny to see the cartel get absolutely fucked over.
Just implode.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, I will say that one really funny line that Trump had during the debate when Wolf Blitzer asked him how you gonna get Mexico to pay for the wall, and he said, "I will," and the wall just got 10 feet taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a funny line, but it was just full dumb rhetoric.
they haven't built
Well-
the wall yet, though.
And I mean, here's the thing. Even if the wall gets built, I don't think the last thing the cartel wants to do is start fucking with a
The United
multi-million
States.
dollar piece of United States infrastructure.
Multi-billion-dollar.
No, I said multi-million. It
But
might
yeah,
have
it's
come across
multi-billion.
as billion.
It's gonna be in the
It would.
billions.
It's gonna have to be in the billions.
There's no way in hell it would only cost millions. It's
You know
gonna
how
cost
big
billions.
Texas is?
Texas
See-
is bigger than the United States.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna disagree with all of you guys, but I think the wall is a it's a big mistake. We don't need to make a wall and make Mexico pay for it. We need to make a Walmart and make Mexico pay for it.
We need to just make a canal. We need to make a canal.
A moat.
You think
Like that surrounds a
Mexicans can't have
castle.
boats?
Well, I mean, like, I'm not against the idea of a wall. Like, I just don't
You
think
think-
Mexico's like.
No, no, no,
There's
hold
no
on.
way Mexico's gonna pay for it.
John, you don't think Mexicans can build a boat?
No, we're gonna fill it with sharks.
Look
Look,
outside.
Mexicans
Okay,
are good at yard.
Stop. Stop. Everybody stop.
Mexicans are good at yard work and carpentry. They're not gonna.
Look out your window.
I can attest to that.
Okay, look at your.
We're gonna
roof.
build a
That's it.
canal and undermine
All you
the
got-
I mean,
Panama
he's just
Canal.
really famous carpenter.
If they can make my roof waterproof, they can make a boat.
Yeah, but
But
they
I mean,
they can't
yeah,
make
but
it
Can they
shark
make a
proof.
boat acid proof?
But, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
a
like
mode
the
of
wall's gonna be unmanned, though. It's not like the wall's gonna be unmanned though. There's gonna be guards everywhere, and there's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
drones and
Like
and,
that. Those are
boat
those are plenty of jobs. Like that's probably gonna be my backup job.
Your backup job.
No, but I'm
You-
saying we just need a 1,000-mile long Walmart.
Wait,
Now
what
that's
do you
gonna
mean?
cost
What do you mean
trillions
by
right
Walmart?
there.
We're trying to have a semi-serious conversation.
But it'll pay for itself because like the Mexicans come there.
All they're gonna do is throw their pesos and hopefully get like a piece of bread.
These zeros mean nothing.
They've never seen like a door that opens by itself. They're gonna throw their pesos at it.
Oh, oh. ETFO Mexico.
They've never seen anyone that doesn't shoot at them for not giving them money.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Well, yeah, how do you vote?
How do you put that little text box around it?
How do I do that?
He votes to kick himself.
No, all you do is type, like, here, let me put it in there.
We got 3 people watching right now. That's the most we've ever had watch a stream, I think.
Progress.
Fuck off.
There's a great, big, beautiful. Why isn't it sending?
Oh, Sean, here's a great, big, beautiful.
Wait, hold on. So wait, is this thing streaming on the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I'm gonna pull this up
Being streamed.
simultaneously. What's this channel called? Combat what?
Comedy
Comedy
Combatants.
Combat.
No, it's
But-
combat comedy.
Brendan, you know where the
Comedy
It's at the
tilde?
top of the Discord window.
Oh, no.
Brendan, you know where the tilde symbol is?
Yes,
It's like
I
under the
do.
escape key. Press that 3
you don't
times.
You don't have to tell me where it's at.
Well, I'm just
Press it
clarifying.
3 times,
And then type whatever you want. Don't press tilde.
Oh, wow,
Press
okay, this here.
press the actual like other key.
Oh, the other key?
Yeah, don't actually hit the tilde. Like don't shift and hit.
Okay. It's also called a waltzing mod. Did you know that?
If
Yeah, I
hit
remember that
enter-
from Achievement Unlocked.
If I hit enter, it doesn't send.
Oh, wait, guys.
Yeah, I don't
figured
know
out
why
how
it's
to
not
solve-
sending. It's weird.
Wait, guys, I figured out how to solve the illegal
You
immigration
have to put
problem.
another 3 at the end.
Guys, I figured out how we solve the illegal immigration problem. Why don't we just take the United States and just push it somewhere else?
And push it somewhere else.
Good. Oh, Jesus.
I think you went a little overboard.
I mean, it makes as much sense as building the wall.
Yeah. There we go.
From kick hammock, 7 out of 6. You're out of here.
Sorry for being-
Anyways,
Okay, so wait. All right, so let's get back on track. So,
What was the track?
what were we talking
we were
about?
talking about the executive order to be signed to construct the wall.
Oh, yeah. That was, we're not even all the way through January yet. Fuck.
Yeah, we really need to get on track.
Alright, well, move on to the 28th then. President Trump signs Executive Order 13,770, which enacts a 5-year ban on lobbying for presidential appointees, yada yada yada. He also enacts a lifetime ban for officials lobbying on behalf of foreign government statistics, foreign government, and directs his generals to put together a plan within 30 days for defeating those ISIS shitbags.
Okay. Let's just hit the highlights here because we're gonna be here all day if we go through every single day.
Let's just do one from each month, okay? Because we still, and let's try to finish at 10 so we
I'm
can.
definitely gonna have to make some toast.
God damn it, Daniel.
It's okay. He's not
He's
really
always
contributing
leaving to make
anyways.
If he's leaving, just kick him.
Kick him! Kick him! He's just making toast!
Oh. I don't want to have to give him rights again. I hate doing that in the first place.
No, don't kick him from the server. Kick him from the channel.
This just in. Sean doesn't
There.
believe that Daniels deserve rights. Are you someone named Daniel?
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Here, wait. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna do something really quick.
Oh, okay, sure. So, let's just ditch the whole day-by-day thing because we're having a pretty good guided conversation.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's just talk about him in general with just nothing. So we all agreed that we're like somewhere in the B-, B+ area of his presidency.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question. Did you guys have any choices before him, like during the primaries, or was he your first choice?
He was my first choice.
I originally wanted Marco Rubio, but then he just didn't seem like he was fit for the job.
I think originally I was kind of thinking about Gary Johnson, but then it's
Oh
like,
my god.
Gary, why are you like this?
Why?
Guys,
feel like
Jesus
that-
Christ.
Every fucking thing he says.
Yeah. So so my
What is
first
Aleppo?
choice. Yeah. So my first
Do
choice.
you know the Aleppo man?
The Aleppo man.
Oh no, I sent it to the wrong person.
So my
Who'd
first
you
choice.
DDoS?
Okay, so my first choice was Rand Paul. He was my first choice, and then after he dropped out,
Revolution.
I wanted Ted Cruz, and then obviously when Ted Cruz dropped out, then obviously I wanted Trump.
Ted Cruz, when will you? Ted Cruz. Nice. Damn,
So-
Daniel, back at it again with the no rights.
Ted Cruz seems like such a warm guy.
Remember when somebody asked him, two things. The first thing, remember when somebody asked him, if he, when he will like go back to Canada or when he'll admit he's Canadian or something like that?
No, I don't.
You haven't seen that?
No.
And then somebody else said, Ted Cruz, when will you admit that you're the Zodiac killer?
Poor Jeb, you guys freaking don't rock during the whole thing.
Jeb exclamation point.
Jeb exclamation point.
I love that.
But then-
I love how he
but
actually put an exclamation point like in his
Anytime
campaign.
I
he was
know.
in a room, anytime he was in a room with like anyone, they would always bend him over and just destroy his little booty hole.
Does anybody remember when Donald Trump suggested that Ted Cruz's father was behind the murder of JFK?
Oh no. I remember that. This was it. Somebody told him to go back to Canada, and then the other one, I'll find it here.
Back to Canada.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna watch this for a second.
And then the other one was whenever somebody said, when will you admit you're the Zodiac killer?
Go
Oh
back
my
to
God,
Canada.
There
And he said-
was somebody in my theater class who was actually wearing a shirt with his face on it that said Zodiac Killer.
I posted the other one in there. They said, when will you admit you're the Zodiac killer? And he said, that's a long way from here.
I love that.
He basically admitted it.
Well, my-
Long way away.
That's a long way away.
Well, one of my favorite moments was when Ted Cruz was phone banking for Trump, and like he had a whole bunch of Trump Pence signs behind him, and like you could just see him just slowly, his heart just slowly dies. Like hold on, there was an image. Let me try to find it. It was amazing.
New emote.
Sean, please make that an emoji.
Oh, there we go.
I will.
Okay, wait, hold on, guys, look at this. This is my favorite image from the election.
You look so defeated.
The moment when you realize that life is meaningless and when we all die, you turn to dust.
What a sad boy. I'm typing up the next War and Peace. That's supposed to be Baba Yaga? The heck is that?
Have you seen the one where,
Duke.
yes, it's this right here. I'm sending it now.
Oh,
guys,
God.
guys, we only have one person watching the stream, and it's me.
Oh.
And our like to dislike ratio is 1 dislike, 0 likes.
Yeah, because of Hammy.
Yeah, because Daniel fucking disliked
It's
it.
1-to-1 now because I liked our own stream. There, it's this. It says, "As you have forsaken Jeb, so have you forsaken me. My curse shall lie upon this nation for 7 times 7 generations." Written by Barbara Bush.
That is terrifying.
I think without. Did you guys watch the presidential debates?
Off and on.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, the best moment from all 3 presidential debates is during the second one, when Hillary was like, "It's awfully good that somebody with the temperament of Donald Trump isn't in charge of the law in our country," and then he said, "Because he'd be in jail," and then everybody just starts cheering.
Ooh. Ooh, kill him.
All right, guys. Prepare to be Zodiac'd.
Did you delete one? Did you have to delete one to add that?
Yeah, I deleted personal defense weapon.
Okay. Makes sense.
Please, Ryan.
I'm back from my intermission because I now have to.
Sean, I'm trying to find that Jeb exclamation point gif of the car.
Jeb exclamation point.
Oh my god, wait.
Oh no, here we go.
I found something, guys.
Is that supposed to be Humpty Dumpty?
Trumpy.
Oh, I didn't mean to do a double.
You ruined it.
Why isn't it letting me copy image link?
Yeah, it's amazing how Trump just like single-handedly destroyed that guy's career.
Oh, you found it.
Oh yeah.
Please clap.
Man, he really like. Every time
If-
I see him, my heart hurts because it's so sad.
If Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer, then Jeb Bush is a liquid metal Terminator.
Yeah, I think my friend Chloe's
I love how
watching this
this was
stream.
supposed to start off as us grading Trump's presidency, and it just quickly devolves into shit posting.
It always goes to shit posting.
I mean, we should just be honest next time, like what we do.
Founding fathers.
Oh my god. Jeb Bush actually ever say?
Oh yes! Yes, thank God.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
Daniel.
is this?
Little Jebby.
That picture you just sent of Jeb with the little girls reminds me of the Always Sunny episode with Frank and the beauty pageant.
Frank's Little Beauties.
Frank's Little Beauties. Gotta be big, can't be little.
I need to watch this.
Would only paying you if you're older than my daughter, younger than my wife. Gotta be big. Something like that. Do I look suspicious?
Okay, so can we head on to talking about gun control?
Yeah, let's just let's finish it up.
Yeah, I forgot we were going to talk about that.
Let's finish it up. I think Trump did good, definitely.
You mean like with how he handled the Florida situation?
What?
Sure.
His tweet that he tweeted out after the Florida shooting, where he sort of people say that he put the blame on the kids that didn't report his behavior.
They'd be partly to blame.
Yeah. I mean, he was a
wait,
kid
wait.
that basically threatened to shoot up a school more than on more than one occasion.
And like he
Wait,
was
can you
voted-
put that tweet? Can you put that tweet in there? I didn't see that.
Like he was apparently he was voted like most likely to shoot up the school, and
Who holds a contest on that?
it wasn't an actual contest, but I mean like a bunch of people were making school shooter jokes about him, and I heard him.
Who? Sam Hyde?
No, fuck. This is actually relevant.
Actually, Brendan Sam Head, but it didn't do him any good.
There's reportedly a survivor talking to Monkey Jones in that one video, and the survivor said like
No.
Joke,
Yeah.
like,
Okay. So
Really quick about this thing.
Regarding this tweet, like I don't think it doesn't seem like he was actually blaming people. Like I think he was just simply saying like that we do need to start reporting things. It doesn't seem like he's actually trying to.
But that's all fine and dandy. The FBI got tipped off about it.
The FBI got tipped off.
Exactly,
and the
they
police
did nothing.
The FBI shooting after shooting after shooting. Remember the Naval Yard shooting?
Have you seen the?
The guy got reported to the FBI 3 times, and they didn't do anything.
Okay, did you see the tip for this school shooter?
Yeah, a lot of people. Rick Scott, who's the governor. Rick Scott, who's the governor of Florida. He called on Christopher Wray, who's the FBI director, to resign for his incompetence regarding this. Oh my God!
Listen, the official report was a man with his name, like his full name as a YouTube username, makes a comment on a YouTube video that says, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." That's it.
Yeah, like here's the thing. If you post something like that on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, if you openly post that you are threatening to kill people, then the police need to come in and like start questioning you.
Have you seen the article that the police had been called to his house 39 times over 7 years?
Yeah, okay, I saw that. Yeah, so I mean, like this easily could have been prevented if the FBI and the local authorities had actually done their job.
And people want to blame it on guns. Like
I know,
it
it's
makes
so
no
fucking
sense.
dumb.
Here's the thing that bugs me is when people blame the NRA. Now let me make something clear. Like I really couldn't care less about the NRA, but like dependence on the NRA literally had nothing to do with the shooting, and I can't recall them ever having anything to do with any mass shooting. So like. And I honestly don't really care for the NRA. So
they just associate them with guns, so they want to find a target to direct their hate towards, and that's.
But does anybody honestly think that the NRA wants this stuff to happen?
Well, I mean,
yes, there are people that honestly.
They're arguing that it's the NRA's fault for lobbying for gun rights.
Mind you.
Here's the point that I made. It never really clicked for me until the other day that number one, there's. After this most recent one, and the one that happened back in January for Kentucky, that one was especially scary, at least for me, because that's closer to home for where I'm at.
Yeah,
so,
in that Kentucky shooting, that was also at high school.
Yeah, but I came to 2 revelations after this most recent one. Number one,
but the
every
most
school shooting.
One, you mean the Florida one?
Yeah, this most recent one.
Okay.
After this most recent one, I've come to two revelations. Number one, I think a lot of people blame guns because this is the first school shooting I can remember where the shooter didn't kill themselves.
Really have a motive.
Well, no. A lot of ones they don't have a motive, but this is the first one where they haven't killed themselves.
I mean, his motive was that he was a fucking psychopath.
Well, yeah, but
he said he wanted to kill people.
But in the event that time and time again, we don't have anybody to question to get their motive, I can understand why people would try to blame something else.
Okay, now
in place of that.
Yeah, but now these retards don't have that excuse. They're just being retarded.
But they can use the whole. Okay. It just happened one time. And number 2, the other revelation I had is that. People have tried blaming guns, they've tried blaming Western culture, they've tried blaming video games. nobody has, and if you're white, they'll blame it on mental illness.
If you're white,
Nobody-
they'll blame it on you being white.
Nobody has taken a step back and looked at a lot of times whenever these school shootings happen, at least the ones done by students, it's because they were bullied and picked on and ridiculed.
But is there any evidence to suggest that this one in particular was bullied?
Yes and no.
He looks fucking weird. That's enough evidence for me.
Yeah, I mean, he was sort of ostracized, but the problem with that was that he kind of brought it on himself because from what I've heard from all of the survivors, he was an asshole.
Well, okay, well, I mean,
And like, watch that video. Watch that video that I linked the interview with the survivor from Monkey Jones. That girl said a lot about him, that he was basically just a prick, and everyone knew that he would do something like this.
I mean, like, Johnny knows, Daniel knows, Sean knows. My whole time in middle school and some of high school, I got labeled as the kid that's going to shoot up the school. I never did.
Well, I didn't.
Well,
hear
of course
that
you
because
didn't. Because you're here with us.
People.
Yeah, guys, which I'm going to say it right now on stream. Don't be at school day after President's Day. Or is that too soon? That's probably too soon.
Hey, Jonathan, can you send me the picture?
No, don't be at school on President's Day.
Can one of you
They
send
actually
me...
have school on President's Day, so.
Yeah, can one of you send me the picture of Zek with the ranch?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
Yeah, I got it. I already got it. I already know right where it's at.
And like the thing that bugs me is whenever shooting happens, and the left. It's like one of the things that bothers me is whenever
Oh, there we go. That's me.
whenever a shooting happens, the left will immediately say gun control. Well, like, can you define what that is? Can you give me like a specific proposal instead of just shouting that buzzword? Like, give me a specific piece of legislation that you have.
I'm friends with someone on Facebook who their solution is gun control, and I just replied with because they said that the guy used an automatic weapon. I was like,
What?
he used
He
a
used
semi-automatic
AR-15,
weapon.
didn't
He didn't use a fully automatic weapon because if you want to get a fully automatic weapon, you have to have a Class 3 firearms license, which can be upwards of $10,000. You have to buy your weapon from a federally licensed firearms dealer. If your weapon of choice is foreign and they have no offices or manufacturing plants in the U.S., and it is from 1987 or newer, you can't import it over here.
If it's from 1987 or newer, you can't purchase it at all. Civilians, like even civilians who have Class 3 licenses, can't purchase it at all.
Wait, hold on.
I thought it was just import because you can't import. You can't import.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. I thought that fully automatic weapons were already banned.
No.
Not technically. It was in 1986. I don't remember the name of the legislation, but piece of legislation that banned fully automatic weapons after when that piece of legislation was put into law in 1986.
Okay, so since 1986, fully automatic weapons are banned.
Yes, and you have to go through a very rigorous process it is unnecessarily obtuse, and the government does that on purpose because they're obnoxious, and they don't like gun owners. And also, well, you know, maybe a little bit of a conjecture, but I think it's also that it would be a lot easier for people to fight back against a tyrannical government with fully automatic weapons. So maybe that's.
I mean, that's literally the reason why the Second Amendment was created in the first place.
Yeah, but it is extremely damn near impossible to get a fully automatic weapon legally in the United States. But it can be done, and I have just recently found out it can be done without having to own a business. I was under the impression that you had to have a business to get a Class 3 license. You don't, but it's still damn near impossible.
So do you? What kind of weapon did this kid use? Was it fully automatic or was it a semi-automatic?
It was a semi-auto AR-15.
Yes.
Every single weapon that has been used in a school shooting has not been fully automatic. It has
And
never
I don't even
once
think
been fully
he
automatic.
acquired it. He did not purchase it. It was his mother's. She failed to lock it up without like. I mean, obviously he could have had access to it, but it's not like he went out and bought it. It's
Also,
like
what kind of gun was it?
an AR-15.
It was an AR-15. I don't know what specific one, but a lot of the ones that we're seeing being used are Bushmaster XM15 MOEs and what's the other one? And Sig Sauer MCXs.
And the thing is, it doesn't even really matter which AR-15 is used. It's still illegal.
They all have the
weapon.
same internal mechanisms. They're
It-
all.
It's still a legal weapon that's usually acquired or through illegal means.
Wasn't the Vegas shooter? Wasn't that one fully automatic?
That was like a machine gun.
The Vegas shooter,
He had a shit ton of guns. He had mags
Vegas-
stacked up to the fucking roof.
But here's the thing: the Vegas shooter, he had 3 of the XM15 MOEs, and he had 2 MCXs, and he had a third kind that there's a lot of that I can't remember. But he had a
That
hand
guy-
crank.
that
He
guy
had a
is-
hand crank, and he had an illegally modified AK
I thought
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
yeah,
it
with
right.
the, with the bump fire
with a drum
stock
mag,
on
right?
it. Yeah.
with the drum mag. No, see, they say that it's bump fire, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I
bullshit.
don't think it was bump fire. It's bullshit that it's bump fire.
Well, even if it didn't have the attachment, you can make anything a bump fire as long as you just hold your hand up like you
Well,
don't
true.
shoulder it.
True.
Have you seen how bump
I
fires
for
work?
one still believe that motherfucker had an M240B, and nobody's gonna tell me any different.
Yeah, fucking big gun. Yeah.
I don't
Just like-
because here's the thing: you take a hand crank,
Mhm.
it'll match up to the RPM. An AR-15 isn't as loud as that thing was. You take an AK, the AK shoots faster than the M240, and the M240B, you can change its rate of fire from 550 to 650 to 750. You get to choose how fast it shoots. There's a little.
But he,
Hold on.
but
Think about it.
hold on. But the Vegas shooter, he did use illegal modifications, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
What-
a lot of
what-
The
them.
bump
what-
fire is
So what
illegal.
good
The
would law
crank
have
isn't
done?
illegal.
And I
Wait,
guarantee
hold on, time out. I have a question. What was the illegal modification he used?
That crank.
Oh,
The crank isn't illegal, and bump fire isn't illegal, but the fire rate of the weapons, if you watch the video and you listen to the fire rate, there's no way in hell you could crank it fast enough to match 650 rounds a minute.
Yeah.
There's no way.
The
AK maybe.
One of the points is that some or all of those weapons may have been legal to own in the United States, but the point is that guy, who was said by everyone who knew him to not be a gun nut at all and not give a shit about guns, definitely did not go through the rigorous process it takes
No.
to get a Class 3
Like
license.
nothing would have stopped
So-
him at this point. No
Yeah.
law would have done any good.
Yeah.
No, but you got to think the guy was filthy stinking rich.
God,
Yeah,
look at those
what I
fucking
want- what I
extended
wanna
mags.
know
That's
is
beautiful.
What I want to know is that guy was in a casino in a major city. How the hell did he get all those guns into his room
Someone
without
think-
anybody noticing?
He had quad stack. He had
Yeah.
quad stack magazines, so they held 60 rounds each.
I know.
He brought them
Some
in-
people
guys.
think it was a conspiracy.
He was
That
there
someone
in
let him in.
guitar
He paid
cases.
someone to let him in.
He brought
No,
it
but
in
here's the thing though. There was somebody in the room with him earlier in the day. And did you hear that before the concert started, somebody ran up on stage
Shouted that they
and
were
shouted,
association.
"Tonight's the night you're all gonna die."
Well, okay, well,
Could
hold
have
on.
just been a crazy person.
Okay, well, no, hold on a second.
So
hold
it's a coincidence. Okay.
Wait, hold
I have the
on,
picture
time
of him
out,
with
time
his
out, time out.
brain splattered all over the
Me
floor
too.
somewhere, but I can't find it.
Okay, wait, hold on. I know what you're talking about. I
Is
know
that
what
a
you're
bonus?
talking
I don't
about.
think we should put that on there though. But
Okay, so I do remember. I know what you're talking about. It wasn't that some lady ran up on stage and said that. It was some lady told one of the concert goers that you were all gonna die tonight.
Yeah.
And after the shooting happened, that lady
So it makes
who was told
much
that,
more
she
less
went-
believable.
I haven't
Like
waited
someone
to
just
see
looking
it
for attention.
before
Like
I
I was told about the incident before it even happened. It's like, yeah, bullshit.
I mean, even then, if you count up the number of weapons in all these pictures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Shit, how many
9,
Trigicons
10,
did he have?
11, 12,
This guy's fucking
So many
rich.
fucking
13,
rifles.
14,
Some might be repeats because you can see the rifles on the
15,
floor
16,
towards the
17,
left
18,
of the
19,
counter.
20.
Stacked.
They
Like,
said he
this
had
guy has-
21, so...
This guy's fucking Trigicons, man. Do you know how expensive Trigicon is? Shit's like
Trigicon's like
$1,500.
$600.
No, double
For
that.
their small scopes, for the small sites, it's like $600.
Why the hell does
Yeah,
he
but
have
for
so
ACOGs,
many,
it's
though?
like 1,200, 1,500.
Yeah, that's my question. Why the hell does this guy have so many guns?
I mean,
Because
He really wanted to kill people.
He was in
Really?
2 spots.
Stopping
He
someone
was
like
in
that.
2 spots.
But
He had 2 windows. He was shooting out of he had busted out 2 windows.
So he just had them sitting there, so he didn't have to carry
But
them?
even then, when the SWAT team first entered the room, they reported a
It's like
tripod-mounted weapon.
It's like his ammo runs how he just switches to a different
There's a lot of, or not tripod mounted, but
They could-
bipods.
well,
Yeah,
they-
I'm seeing a couple
thing is, they all
bipods.
have bipods. It could have easily been just a mistake.
Wasn't there a thing about the hurricane glass as well?
Oh, the alcohol.
Guys, what about that glass? Weren't people like talking about the hurricane glass or something? Or was that BS?
Oh, I don't know. I
Remember,
didn't hear anything
it was
about
like 300 pounds of
But
hurricane glass or
here's the
something. You
thing,
guys
though.
seriously don't remember
Here's
that?
the thing. Here's the thing. They said it was an ongoing investigation. And a week after it happened, we never heard anything else about it.
Yep.
Nothing else about it.
Yeah, I hear the investigation's still going on, and like they recently, like I could have swore I might, don't quote me on this one, I might be wrong, but I could have swore that a few weeks ago the FBI announced that like there was possibly like a second complaint, like a second guy or something.
Oh no, there totally was, because I'm telling you,
No,
got
not
this-
the second shooter, like a
There
second
totally
person.
was, but it's hard to find evidence because
here's the thing.
so technically there's only one guy involved until they find enough evidence to prove there was a second guy there.
Also, I wanna correct what I said earlier. I said that a lot of around him said that he wasn't interested in guns. I was misremembering. And
You keep cutting
what
out.
I said earlier that a lot of people surrounding him said that he wasn't interested in guns.
Hmm.
I was misremembering that because what Nick posted said that he began purchasing firearms in 1982. So I was wrong on that.
Here's the thing. This article right here is what has me like completely convinced, right? And if you listen to it, if you listen to the cadence, if you've played video games and
Jesus, sounds.
you
like
know how a
real
machine
close.
gun works, if you've seen the live footage from
It was firing way
Afghanistan and
too
Iraq
fast.
and all,
Yeah.
you know that because there's slight little dips in between the shooting where it's like da 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 da
Yeah, it
da 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 da,
sounds like it.
where I mean you got to lift that belt up.
It's not even that. It's just
Like,
controlled
so, like,
fire.
what point are you trying to make?
It's not even. It's just controlled fire. Showing that he actually has experience.
Well,
Or
he was in the military. He was an ammunition expert.
He could have easily been.
Wait, Paddock?
Haddock, yeah, he was in the military.
I don't remember seeing that.
I don't remember seeing that either.
Also, his position could have made it sound louder.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
like
it's
I
gonna
feel like
echo.
if he was in the military, I feel like that would have came out like immediately after this information was started being presented.
Because he's like up in a window on a building, and there's
Yeah.
nothing blocking the sound.
Yeah, he was on the what was it, the 42nd floor, was it?
Thought it was 23rd.
Or 23rd? I think. Yeah, it was somewhere high up. Yeah, but I never heard that guy was in the military.
Oh yeah, I think what happened was somebody said that he was, and then it got confirmed as false.
Yeah, I don't think
But
that's
I
true.
do remember him. I do remember this though, him working with Lockheed Martin. I do remember that.
I know
Yeah,
that much.
because if he was in the military, that would have been like the first detail that came up in the investigation.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds. I want to word this carefully. I don't want there to be another mass killing.
Obviously.
The next time there is, I want them to either use a flamethrower or a bomb.
Nope, you just can't say that.
No,
Yeah,
like literally don't say that.
Yeah,
I want them to use literally anything.
No,
other
you
than the gun.
need to stop.
I mean, like even saying that you want to word that carefully, like that's not an excuse.
That's not even, Hammy, why would you even say that?
I think his
Makes
point was
no
that he
sense.
wants. I think his point was that he wants them to use anything but a gun, so they don't blame it on gun.
I don't even remember the injury count being that high.
Over
It's the
almost
one
a
time
Oh,
I-
thousand.
it grew
Well, because,
in a matter of days.
Anybody that got injured died.
It says killed 59, including himself, injured 851.
I thought the FBI killed him.
No, he shot himself in the head.
Oh.
Yeah, his head is like boom.
Or whoever was there with him shot him in the head and then booked it.
Tying up loose ends.
That's how you do it right there. High up loose ends, that is. But,
Ooh.
I don't think I
Bless
should.
you.
Yeah,
but
he-
I mean,
oh my god, this guy.
I mean, but here's the thing. I remember him. You know. I remember hearing about him working for NASA. I remember him doing Lockheed
That's
Martin.
fake.
Stop, please.
The NASA's
Please
fake?
sit down.
I never heard. Wait, are you talking about Stephen Paddock still?
I may be blending two incidents.
Okay, because
Because I remember, I definitely remember the Lockheed Martin.
Okay, because again, like if Stephen Paddock worked at NASA, again, that's something that would have came out. Like his job occupation would definitely be one of the major details that came out. And if he worked in the military or NASA, that would have been one of the first pieces of information to come out.
Yes. He had government jobs. Or something
I mean,
like
the only thing I heard about his job occupation was that he was an extreme gambler.
Yeah, because the real estate and everything.
Did he leave a note? Does anyone know?
He
yeah,
did.
he did. He wrote a note right next to his dead body.
He did. We never got to hear what was on it, though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
pisses
because
me
the
off.
FBI is still
It's evidence. That's why.
Enhance.
is zoom in enhance.
Oh my god.
He used a big ass pen too, like one of those stupid pens that no one uses.
Okay, so wait, no, hold on. Is that dead body supposed to be him?
That's him.
It
Yes.
is him. That is
Okay,
him.
wait, hold on. Here's something really confusing I found about this picture. If he shot himself like
Yeah,
that, then
I found a
how did
picture.
that gun get onto his foot?
I found a picture. Hold on. I was wondering just that too, so I found this. How do you fall under his rifle without moving? Is it okay if I post the dead body, or is that?
Um,
I'm going to assume
Probably
they
not,
moved
then.
it,
yeah, probably
they-
not.
but like
No,
you're not supposed to
look,
touch a
look.
crime scene.
Sean, I would say go ahead and post it, but only if Sean has like a blur thing ready.
Are we to
So-
I can't actively blur.
are we to
that's
believe that
not
is
in my power.
the gun he used to kill himself, or is it just a different gun?
I'm thinking.
He did have a revolver. According to
Or how about
the weapon count, he had a Smith & Wesson revolver on him. So I'm
Post it
assuming
in-
that's what he used on himself.
Okay,
Post it
can
in,
somebody?
Post
Can
it in
somebody-
posting, and then just Sean just stay in the CCDRD.
Okay, so can somebody explain to me that how he killed himself with that gun on top of him, on top of his leg?
I'm gonna
He
assume
didn't.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I think what it is like this is just a post actual investigation photo. Like they moved it after they did all of the proper
Yeah.
photography and all that.
Mm.
But
That's what I'm
like
thinking.
usually you're not supposed to
Because-
touch a crime scene, but what's the crime scene? It's a killer right there. So yeah, they
Yeah.
probably moved it.
Yeah, because I am not. I am
Alternatively,
not,
look at his foot. Now, in your mind, roll his foot so it's flat but under the gun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he could have just been standing, and his foot ended up under the gun while he was standing.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, if he shot himself, he would have fallen with a lot of force, and I feel like his foot would have like lifted it up or kicked it or something.
It is weird though that it
Alright.
is right there.
Next episode of CCDRD, we'll be doing an actual live podcast where one of us will shoot ourselves in the head with a Smith & Wesson revolver, and we'll see how we land.
Yeah, I won't be participating in that one.
I might be away for this week, for that week's podcast.
We aren't gonna be streaming next week
Consider-
anyways. We're gonna be filming.
Like, considering you have me on recording as witnessing this statement, I'm gonna have to report you.
Maybe
But-
we should report
but-
you.
What's the number for the suicide hotline?
1-800.
Say Fado.
But
The phone, the call is free.
It
But
is
no, seriously,
1-800-273-5255.
Brendan.
Get your money now, right? Say Fado.
oh my god.
1-800-273.
Shut the fuck up, Brendan. We're gonna be filming next weekend. And
Gonna
seeing
be
Black
here next
Panther,
weekend?
cause
I didn't. My parents, whole family went without me while I was at work.
My
I
parents
really
did.
don't think we should see Black Panther.
I want to
went
see
and
it.
watched-
I
watched
heard it
Black-
sucked.
My dad.
I heard it
My-
was good, but
my
I heard
roommate-
it low key sucked.
My roommate went
It
to
was
see
good.
it.
Okay, so
Guys,
I don't know. If it
Three
was an
words or three stupid words. We was Kangs.
Kangs.
Burger
Indeed.
King
So,
lettuce.
so I don't know if it was
It had a really good villain.
I
It
don't
was
know if it was an
Kangs.
actual.
Shit.
I don't know if it was an actual scene, but I heard there was a scene in the movie where Martin Freeman's character was in the room with all of the Wakandan people
Mhm.
that were like important to the plot, at least. I think they were members of the government.
No spoilers.
It's
Just
not
keep
a
going.
spoiler, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was an actual scene, but Martin Freeman supposedly, or his character supposedly started talking and giving a suggestion on what to do, and then the main character turned towards him and started hooting like a chimpanzee.
Yes,
And then
that actually happens and it's hilarious.
All of the other characters start hooting like a chimpanzee,
Oh
and
my
then tell
God.
him that he's not allowed to talk because
No,
he's
no,
white.
no, that's real. That's real. My dad and brother told me about that.
They started
And
chimping
did
out.
they say that? Did they say that he wasn't allowed to talk because he was white?
No, they said you're not allowed to talk, and if you do, we'll feed you to our children. And then the white guy whoever the white actor was like, what? And then they said, we're just kidding, we're vegetarian.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was a funny scene.
But no, that whole scene was real, where they're dressed like in ape fur and like.
And it's just the king too. No, it's not the king. It's his. It's the
It's-
mountain guy. And
I
his
heard it was
little
4
son.
people.
It was 4 people, but it wasn't T'Challa. It wasn't any of the Black Panther people. It was the mountain.
Why tell him he's not allowed to talk?
Because he's not part of their group. You know what
Because
I mean?
no,
He's
don't go.
outside.
If you start disheveling that information, then we're gonna have to, because nobody in here has seen it except for
He's
you,
an
Jonathan.
outsider, and he was royalty. He was the king of the mountain. So obviously, he's not gonna-
He's right. Okay, he is not royalty. I don't think that ape fur was purple, therefore he's not royalty.
You haven't? Have you seen the movie?
Is the ape for purple?
What are you? No. Why would it? What?
It's a joke. It went right over your head.
Silverback.
Silverback gorillas.
Shaka shaka shaka.
Anyways, hey, no, please don't do it again.
I wasn't going to.
Okay, thank God.
Shake it, shake it.
I was gonna make it just a normal.
So, what else are we gonna talk about? Is that the end? Is that it?
We still haven't talked fully about.
Oh, yeah, gun. Okay, that was a good segue. That's right. So, gun control.
I
So-
think it's always
like, we kinda
every
talked about it.
every bit of your gun is controlled in a way. Like the stock, the grips. You have to get a license for a grip. You have to get a license for a silencer. The upper receiver of a gun is the gun. Anything else isn't. Like the barrel isn't a gun. The grip isn't the gun. The trigger isn't the
you can't
gun.
control your gun. Go down a caliber. It'll help out. Recoil.
But like,
I know, but it's crazy because the thing about ballistics is if you look at the different bullets, a lot of like for certain rounds, let's say you can't handle the kick of a 9mm, so you go down to
Oh
get one
God,
of those
you
stupid.
shouldn't be shooting then.
You get down to one of those little 22s. A 22 will enter somebody's body and rattle around inside them, and then come out like 3 inches up from where the entry wound is. It's insane.
You make it
Sounds
sound.
painful.
You make it sound like it stops. It rattles around and then it shoots somewhere. Like what?
No, like-
Vibrates inside their body. It's like
Yeah.
new target. Bam.
Purposefully.
No, but like I guess where I'm trying to go with that is like a lot of the times whenever people talk about these That's a dead child. Okay, don't search 22 entry and exit wounds. Like the second Google image result is a child with a bullet in his head. I didn't want to see that. I hear somebody typing. Oh my gosh. But no, I guess where I was going with that is a lot of times people want to talk about how the AR-15 is so powerful, and I literally read yesterday somebody was talking about how they're more dangerous than a handgun. I mean, a handgun you can conceal easier. A handgun, the barrel is closer to you. A lot of times, handguns have a higher caliber bullet than an AR-15.
I mean, like the thing is that most shootings aren't done with semi-automatic weapons; they're done with handguns. So
No.
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to say we need to ban assault weapons.
This is an ongoing argument between Brendan and I. Now, where are you going with this, Brendan?
Oh, I told you I was going with that. I mean, like, the round size in the case of the AR-15 is so loud and so dangerous. Doesn't matter because handguns, a 45, if you're talking about the size of the round, a 45 would be more dangerous than a 223. Now, smart people like us, we know that that's not the case because you have to take into account velocity, the grain of the bullet, shot placement,
How fucking big it is. Because the
Yeah,
wider
but I
the
said
surface
that's not
area.
just it, though.
Yeah, no,
That's-
I know, but like the wider the surface
Yes.
area, the less piercing power.
Yes.
What?
Yes. All right.
Hydrostatic shock.
All right, guys. I'm gonna head out because it's getting a little late and I didn't get any sleep last night. So
Yeah, I know that,
I'm
man.
gonna-
Cool.
Yeah, Sean will tell you about it.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
All
sit
right.
tight.
see ya.
All right.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
Have
no
a good
problem.
one.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
But really
Now,
quick.
in the future,
I
there will be
wait. Stop.
shootings
Hold
done
on.
with
Stop.
3D printed
Stop.
weapons.
Stop. Brendan, the 5.56 is a combat effective round. Okay.
The 5.56 is not a combat
It
effective
is.
round.
Why the fuck do you think we use it? Seriously, like my
We
my.
use-
Okay, when do you think the round becomes ineffective distance wise?
The 5.56 is supposed to become ineffective outside of 250 to 300 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And where does most combat take place? Outside of like long range, unless you're doing like
The problem is that if
Building
you look at a lot of, yes, in Afghanistan we had a lot of close range engagements, like 1993 whenever we had Black Hawk Down, we had Mogadishu. Yes, those guys were kicking indoors. They had their M4 ready
they had short
to dispel
stops.
5.56. They were ready to do it. But here's the thing: a lot of times, you get outside of, and I'm not bullshitting you here. There were a lot of soldiers complaining
Yeah.
that
Okay.
their 5.56 rounds were dropping off right at or close to 200 yards or 200 meters, just dropping off.
I want
How
to
does
see
the,
that.
uh,
I want to see these
How does
sources.
the handling, like not the range, but like the recoil and kick and just
On a
general-
5.56 is it's
no,
nothing.
on an AK.
On an AK?
Quite a
Fuck,
bit.
shot-
on 7.62.
On an AK, but you're assuming that we're just talking about AKs here.
No,
an AK
so
isn't
I-
the only one that-
Either way, the 5.56 has an effective range of 1,200 meters.
I have something
Oh,
to say.
Effective. That
shit.
doesn't mean
Can
it's.
I speak?
It's
please?
true because my fucking brother's in the Air Force. My entire family has been in the military. I could tell you all about it.
Can I speak, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so battle rifles or DMRs typically use 7.62, correct?
Usually.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mini 14 not
So-
included.
We
Not ours, but
have...
yeah.
Hang on, I gotta...
Dun, dun, dun,
Johnny, I know where you're going with this. My dad talked to me about this because whenever they were in, whenever our soldiers were in, well, I say whenever they were in, they technically still are. Whenever they were in, I think it was Afghanistan. Their 5.56 wasn't doing any good because it was longer ranges. So they specifically brought out M1. M14s. They specifically brought out M14s. Those shoot 7.62,
Yeah, it's
and
a
they
battle
beefed
rifle.
them up. They beefed them up and turned them into things like the MK14 and the M39 and things like that.
Well, my point is that basically, so we have 5.56 for mid-range combat, and we have 7.62, the battle rifles and the DMRs for range combat.
But the other
We have
thing
snipers for really long range.
the other thing to consider is that the 5.56 is designed to wound. It's not designed to kill. You take a round.
It's a
that is-
bullet.
Well, I hate. There's
Well,
a,
no,
Some are meant
because-
for self-defense, which are only to like
well, not
stop
that.
the attack.
But here's the thing:
not to
you
kill
equip
them.
your military force with rifles that are designed to wound, and they specifically designed it to
because
wound.
of Geneva Conventions. They have to
Actually,
make
a
things
wounded
humane.
soldier is more burden on an army.
The
than-
Geneva Convention doesn't say
Exactly.
to my knowledge, the Geneva Convention doesn't say anything about bullets other than you cannot shoot a man with anything
Well, no.
larger.
They say
then-
things about hollow points too and shit. Like you can't have anything designed to like
Yeah, to
expand
like
within the
really
body
fucking kill
to
him.
do more damage than like after the
But
fact. 'cause
nobody
hollow
listens
points
to the
aren't
hollow
designed to-
points.
We don't use hollow
aren't
points in the
fucking-
our military, at least.
Hollow points aren't designed to do more damage. They're designed to fucking stop collateral.
They're designed to screw up your organs because they explode
No.
inside you.
No.
Essentially, yes,
They
they
don't-
fan out
no,
inside
you're
you.
not. No, that's not what a hollow point
That's
does.
what a hollow point is.
That's what a flower petal does. That's what a
Oh
flower
my
petal
god,
round
no,
does.
it's a hollow point. You can agree with me, right, Nick?
Hollow flower petals split out into like 5 different.
it does the
pieces.
same thing.
Yes.
Like the pattern it makes is a flower petal. That's what a hollow point bullet is. When it hits something, it flowers out. So it makes it 10 times harder to get the bullet out. Because like if you're not using like a pointed tip bullet and it flowers out inside of a body,
The
you
whole
try and
point.
pull it out
The
the
whole
way
point.
back it came. It's
The
gonna do
whole
10
point
times
of the
more damage.
hollow point bullet is to keep it from traveling through somebody and hitting somebody else.
So it
Yes,
stops
and it flowers
inside the
out.
body. You're agreeing with us inadvertently.
Like a hollow point just gets bigger, but it doesn't split into pieces.
Yes, it does. Have you ever seen
A f-
gunfire
no, a
videos of
point-
hollow
a hollow
points?
point. A hollow point doesn't split into pieces.
Oh my god.
Well, it can, but it's not intended to. It's just supposed to.
It's not
widen out.
intended to do either.
That,
Yeah,
that is literally the exact image to post in the thing. That's what
Yeah.
a hollow point looks like.
It's
Yeah,
supposed-
whenever it hits a steel wall, maybe.
No, that's literally.
No,
That's a ballistic gel round.
Yeah, that's in the intended effect that it has. It's
Mushrooming.
It's not
That
supposed to explode,
wouldn't
dude.
that wouldn't happen in a human body though.
It
yeah,
does.
no,
It
here.
would.
Yes.
You want to tell that to people that have been shot with a hollow point?
Terminal
Can you
ballistics.
tell me?
Showing the intended terminal ballistics, sometimes referred to as mushrooming. So like that's what it hit a ballistic dummy.
Okay.
It is the entire point of it is to maximize stopping.
Because if that had hit
their
a steel wall,
entirety of-
Sean, if that hit a steel wall, that'd turn into a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would
like,
just flat.
Yeah.
Or,
like
or
the
just
entire-
shatter like most bullets.
But yeah, I mean, it does have the same outcome usually as a flower point or a flower petal. does.
Anyway, those are designed to stop an attacker. Like
Either
Yeah.
way, the whole argument was 5.56, so we don't get off topic here.
I believe the U.S.
5.56 has been known to shatter on body armor.
It's weird because it has better piercing power.
would be the point of body
Wow.
armor then.
It wouldn't have better piercing power than what? A 7.62?
shattering on body armor is normal.
762 is bigger and it's moving
That's
slower.
why body armor.
So yes,
has,
5.56 has better piercing power
body armor has.
Then why does it shatter on body armor?
Sean, Brennan?
because it's
Brennan,
a smaller round, but it still has
Brennan,
better piercing
Brennan,
power.
I know my snappy plates. Hold on. A steel plate body armor actually has special coatings on it designed to prevent shattered bullets from fucking up your face.
Oh yeah, if the fucking the shards of the bullet like hit something flat,
Oh my god, yeah.
the things go everywhere. So like they would enter the bottom of your chin.
Mhm.
Yeah,
know what-
because like shattering bullets is actually a really big issue for body armor manufacturers.
Hmm
Yeah,
because
so
they
it's
need to
designed
direct-
to catch it. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to. If it doesn't,
Well, even like sappy
just
plates,
metal.
right?
yeah,
Mhm.
Because like, okay, you have a steel plate in your chest, and then you get hit by a bullet and it slits your throat. Like that's didn't do you much good.
But that would be, in the case of the people that designed the 5.56, that would be ineffective because the whole point of the 5.56 is to wound and not to kill.
Yeah,
if
but
you
it's
shoot
not
somebody with body armor, by your guys' case,
Right.
the
body
round
armor-
shatters on the body armor.
That's
Not all the
bo-
time, dude. It pierces.
The body armor's built to stop 5.56 and 7.62, right?
Just design the body armor like that. so it
If you
ca-
shoot
so it
somebody,
comes
if you
up
shoot
over
somebody
your
wearing
chin.
a ceramic or steel plate, and they're like, "Oh, damn, my 5.56 didn't go through that plate." It's like, yeah.
Body
because-
armor isn't always ceramic or steel, dude.
Yeah, but that's the two main types. I'm not talking about like fucking Kevlar
The-
vests.
Oh, Kevlar doesn't count as body armor now?
That's not
I'm
what
gonna
we're
tell that to the
saying.
fucking
Jesus
police?
Christ.
Yeah, but
Brendan.
Kevlar is not designed to stop anything larger than pistols.
Brendan, you
Then
were
9mm, which is a bigger round.
A 9mm or 50
This is
cal-
Johnny's armor.
Neither a deagle nor 9mm can go through Kevlar,
That's
right?
not what I'm talking about. No,
But
that
a
armor goes
5.56
on your chest, and the
You-
vent part goes like right under your chin. So if it
If-
hits the part like in the middle of your chest, it will just hit the part under your chin, and it won't hit your chin.
As far as I know, no pistol round can go through Kevlar. Well, good Kevlar, right? But basically any rifle round will just go straight through it. The only things that can stop 5.56 are like sappy plates and shit.
Like, yeah,
There are
fast-moving
there are
objects.
pistol rounds that will go through Kevlar.
Only through specifically designed to, but
5.7.
most, like,
Yeah, the 5 points.
But that's
the
I consider that a
5.7
rifle
millimeter-
round, though.
It's not used in a rifle.
I like the P90. I consider it a rifle, but
It's used in a PDW and a pistol.
so an
You
FN
consider the
5.7.
P90 a
The
rifle?
5.7. The
It has a long barrel.
5.7mm round was specifically designed by FN.
Only because it's the entire
for
barrel is the
police.
gun.
it has
The
a long
PS90,
barrel.
yes. The P90,
the-
no.
No. The standard P90 still
the
has
firing
this.
action. So it's technically a bullpup.
Well, yeah, the P90 is considered just like the KSG-12 is considered a bullpup shotgun.
Okay, I'm looking
Bullpup
at a
rifle.
video right now
The
of a guy
FN.
with an FN 5.7. He shot it into the body armor, and he's pulling it out of the plate. But it's like one of the it's not like a ceramic or Kevlar vest. Or, what even is this? What AR 500? Okay, it's rifle based.
Is that a threaded cane? Is there a live stream
Oh
over?
wait,
No, we're still
sorry.
talking.
Oh,
That's-
it feels over.
he shot it with a 9mm and a 5.7.
Yeah, that's how my armor works.
Yep, the 5.7 went straight through.
That's because that's what it was designed for.
Yeah, it's
That's
meant for
impressive.
piercing. Yeah, it's not even a pistol round. It's its
Why the-
own round.
Why the fuck are we using Bredesen?
Because
We're not.
fucking
Because
five,
it's
because
cheap.
5.7s are like $1,000.
Because
they're-
of the
and they're
Hughes
almost
Amendment, we're
banned.
not allowed to import fucking
And they're-
5.7mm rounds.
And they're trying to ban. Not
Holy
true.
shit.
And they're trying to
Look at
ban
the
them in the United States as well.
See, okay,
To ban what?
this is a
The
learning
5.7.
thing, because up until now, I thought
Bastards.
the 5.7. This is gonna sound stupid. I thought the 5.7 was like either a 45 or 9mm.
No.
And I'm looking
The
at
fives-
this thing. Look at these fucking needles. This thing shoots goddamn like it looks
In
like
all
silver
honesty,
rounds, right?
in all
Yeah,
honesty, I
They're
think I'm
mini
gonna.
Sabos, yeah.
Okay, so my stepbrother
They're
said he's
pointy,
gonna.
yeah.
Guys, my
These things are
stepbrother.
fucking-
Shut the fuck up. My stepbrother said that he was gonna go in half with me whenever I get my gun, my pistol, and I'm like, okay, I'll get a Baby Eagle 3, and then I'm thinking, well, if he's going in half, why don't I just go for a 5.7? You know?
Don't get a 5.7.
Those,
The only
that
reason I'm not
grip
gonna get a
looks fucking
5.7 is
uncomfortable
because
as hell. It's
the only
just
reason
flat.
the only reason I'm not gonna get a 5.7 is because the ammo is not as widespread as like 9mm.
Well, that and it's
Expensive.
expensive.
I don't care if it's expensive. It's one of the best pistols.
Dude.
Yeah, but like you gotta think.
But
an
those aren't
average-
designed for like home defense. Those are designed for like war. They're
It's designed for
for
military and home defense. Yeah,
they were designed specifically with SWAT teams in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
And,
like,
and then H&K saw that SWAT teams and special police forces and counter-terrorist units were buying P90s over MP5s. So then H&K designed the MP7, which shoots a 4.6 millimeter round. And the MP7 pretty much fucking flopped because everybody was like,
That's
we
gay.
like the we were like it's MP5 or P90. What the fuck is this dog turd?
That's heckin' gay. Go back to fucking your minorities. Or slowly turning it into a majority in fucking
the
Germany.
5.7 is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, you're not gonna
wait, really?
you're not gonna conceal that. That's either on your hip or in your range
my
bag.
bad. I was thinking of something else. I mean, I'm a pretty big dude, so
Okay, the 5.7 is complete, like, yeah, but this guy looks like he's got big hands. And I think
I got big ass hands.
It's not a matter of how big your fucking hands are. It's a matter of
I
if you
know.
want to get a concealed carry and actually conceal it, you're not concealing that 5.7 unless
true.
you're in.
Well, I'm
Really?
just talking about hands for scale.
You better get an XXL T-shirt then, cause
Bitch, I got. Have you seen my closet? Have you seen the Hawaiian
Hey,
shirts that I have?
Does the Vector shoot 9 mil? It shoots 9 mil, right?
Shoots a
the
pistol round.
I thought it was
I don't know if it's
either
9 mil.
45 or 9 mil. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it shoots 9 mil, but it does shoot 45 in PUBG. But I think that's wrong.
Yeah,
I think it'll shoot either or.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I might believe that it does have variants.
5.7's not that big.
Yep, it'll shoot 9. It'll shoot 9 by 19, 45, 40, 9 by 21, 10 millimeter auto, and 357 sig.
What is the size of the 5 to the?
Damn, it shoots a
Beretta.
357.
Yeah, because I own a 92 FS. So
I know you'll be able to tell.
I want a fucking vector chambered in 357. That sounds badass.
You're fucking
That's
faggot.
that's a automatic Magnum. Jesus.
I think SIG is smaller
But
than
it's
most.
SIG. It's not 357 Magnum. It's 357 SIG.
I don't know my ammunitions. What's SIG?
But no, I can't wait to get my baby eagle.
Is that what this? I guess that's what the SIG shoots, right?
The only reason, Johnny, the only reason I'm getting the baby eagle versus the Jericho is because the safety is ambidextrous. Whereas the Jericho is on. Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Left-handed bitch.
At least I'm not a furry.
Oh wow, you called me a furry. I'm so ashamed.
Don't worry, I could pull something else out too, but I won't.
I can't tell the difference between these guns, and I don't really like the Big Eagle.
I own.
What'd you say, Daniel?
Sounds like you called him Baniel.
Cocker Spaniel?
Cocker Baniel.
No, seriously, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
All right. I think I'm gonna call it a night.
All right, man.
Good
night.
conversation.
Thanks for
What are you
joining.
gonna call it?
No problem. Thanks for the invite. See you.
No. Yep.
Oh, hey,
join in
Have a good
anytime.
night.
Brennan,
All right, I'm just gonna conclude the stream here. Good night.
I want to keep talking.